From McFarlane Toys and Mortal Kombat 11, we've got Liu Kang. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Mortal Kombat 11 action figure, Liu Kang. Now, I think I do remember this guy. Do I remember this guy from Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and maybe 3? The only ones that I probably have played. Did I play 4? Not sure. I think he might have been an original, but checking out the package. Love the window box. I love everything about these packages. I don't think there's one thing I don't like. They even got the open window on the top to let light in, one on the side. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, 14 and over up here. McFarlane Toys there. We have Liu Kang there. This side, a picture of Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 11. In the back, that's nice. Big picture of Liu Kang with his nunchucks. And on the bottom, of course, warning, copyrights, labels, etc. Alright, let's get Liu Kang out of the box. We're going to go from the top like we have the rest of them. Little tape there, little tape there, and some on this side. And like the other ones, I'm going to give this to my friend Aaron, who I've mentioned on all these videos that he has the Mortal Kombat console game, the big upright arcade game down in his basement. And I think he's looked great stacked on top of it and some maybe around it. But here we go. I got this off Big Bad Toy Store clearance. It was between $7.99 and $9.99. I don't think it was over $9.99, but man, these McFarlane Toys get on that clearance and you can get them up, and they'll be there for a month or two, and then they'll go back into full price, which I believe is probably $19.99 or $24.99. But man, you just can't beat them for between $7.99 and $10.99. I just put it in my cart and lock it in my pile of loot with the rest of my stuff, and I'm ready to ship. You got that $4 flat rate shipping on Big Bad Toy Store, $4, and I might have 10 or 12 figures shipped to me at one time. But here he is, Liu Kang. And again, the Mortal Kombat logo back there and his stand, which I'm not going to get out. We'll let Aaron decide if he wants to get that stand out. But let's start with his accessories. And the main attraction is going to be these nunchucks. Unfortunately, they don't have a real chain. Don't really like that fake chain, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know why they don't use real metal chain. So there's the nunchuck. And then we do get extra hands with him. If you just want to use his karate or ninjutsu, whatever he uses, you've got these karate hands. Look at that. Got a right and a left. So if he loses his nunchucks, he can still use his hands here and do a lot of damage on you. Now let's get him out. Unfortunately, on these Mortal Kombat 11 figures, there's nothing in here that tells you about the figure. So I guess if you get on Google, you can find a lot more about it. So we'll go through articulation real quick. Head, not looking up too much with this hair. Or yeah, he's got a little bit longer hair, but he does look down. His head will go side to side slightly. It will go all the way around. Not sure if these are removable, but this one does have double butterflies. Definitely has double butterfly. Now the other one that we opened, Kotal Khan, did not have that double butterfly. He just had the single, so a lot of movement in his shoulders. Now the shoulders also will go all the way around, and then he's got this upper arm cut right here. It will go all the way around. Double jointed pinned elbows, wrist rotation, and the wrist should be removable, yes, and pretty easy, because we do have our bonus hands, so hands are removable. We have a hula hoop waist plus the ab crunch, just like our other figures that we've had. We have giant splits. Look at that. And great, great straddles. How did they get this? How does McFarlane Toys get this to do that? Some of our other ones, just our toy makers, Mattel and Hasbro, they just don't seem to be able to get that much. Hasbro does, but Mattel, their wrestling figures, they have trouble with that. Okay, moving on, we have double jointed pin knees. A lot of movement there, and again, that's that ratchet feel to it, which I do appreciate it. And then we have a ankle all the way around, and then we have ankle moving side to side and all over the place. A lot of movement there. We do have the toe articulation. And look at the way this guy can pirouette. Super pirouette machine there. Man, I think he could be in the Black Swan or one of those Broadway plays. He's got so much movement. But yeah, let's talk about him now. Let's see. He has a bandana tied around his head. The head sculpt looks really good. Really lifelike on these action figures. He has no shirt on, but he has these forearm guards. They're gold and silver. They're kind of a little bit spiky, and it looks like an eagle maybe on there. Right there, not sure. He has these gripping hands out of the package, both of them. Gripping hands. He's got his yellow or mustard colored, maybe a honey mustard colored pants with these black highlights on them. And he's got his black belt around his waist with this sash hanging down. Is that a sash? Is that what that's called? And then all the way down to his, all the way down to his feet, he's got these black kind of karate shoes on. So pretty basic, but a lot of detail. The detail in these pants is unbelievable and looks so lifelike. Let's see what he can do with his nunchucks here. Again, I just don't understand why we just don't get an actual chain. A real life chain. Alright, here he is with his nunchucks. Now see if this was going to be the case, a real chain would actually flow like the real nunchucks would. They would kind of swoop down instead of being up like that. So I'm not too crazy about that plastic chain there. But that's what they've got, so we'll have to live with it. But yeah, he can do... If you go single arm, it really shows. I mean, that's not how nunchucks are going to hang like that. So, to pose him on your shelf holding that one-handed is not going to look right. Not the way that chain stays like that. So, not the biggest fan of these nunchucks. I think he could have done, Todd McFarlane could have done a lot better than that. I would probably say, let's get these gripping hands off and get his karate hands on. There we go. Now this one here looks like he's finding his center of gravity here. You know, giving that looks like he's finding that center of gravity. And then he's going to get you. Ha! So yeah, I like the karate hands better than the gripping hands with these awful nunchucks. So I think we can go back to the back to the drawing board on those. Give them to the engineers at Todd McFarlane at McFarlane Toys and say, hey, let's get a real chain. But yeah, I like this. Not one thing wrong with it I can say other than that, the nunchucks. But who do we have that we can compare him to or with? None other than Kang. Here you go. We've got quite the collection now. Aaron's going to be, I think, happy to see all these coming into his collection. But we're talking maybe $18 worth of product right here. Unbelievable. I think it's well worth it. Get on that Big Bad Toy Store and see if you can find that. If these are still in clearance, I would think they would sell out pretty quick, but here it is, Liu Kang, McFarlane Toys, Mortal Kombat 11. And until next time, oh yeah.